Guys, Todd with Great Escape Farms here. Quick update. Actually, this is going to be a split weekend for me, so I'll have an update from both West Virginia as well as the Pasadena place. I am out in West Virginia right now, and I just wanted to give you an update on the groundhog here. So he has been digging in here and actually with his teeth pulling on the wire and trying to break in there or chew his way through. So you can check previous episodes on the issue that I've had battling with him for the last couple of years. So far, I've been able to keep him out. With this, however, he's starting to get more desperate, and you can see up here he actually started chewing on the wood here. He's in here at least twice a month digging along the bottom here, and I cover it up every time I come out. So he's definitely trying to get in there. My guess is he wants to hibernate here, so I'm working to keep him out, and I probably won't do anything just yet. If he continues chewing in here, what I'll probably do is extend, because chicken wire ends right here, what I'll probably do is have to extend the chicken wire all the way up to the top part. Didn't really want to have to do that, but I'll do what I have to keep him out. Next thing I'm going to do, let me see if I can spin around here without getting you too sick. The field out here and the field back behind the garden area, I'm going to try to mow that so I can get the finishing mower off of, can't really see where I'm pointing here, get the finishing mower off of the tractor back there so I can put the hay spear on. And let me come back around this way. I found a wood trimmer that will pop in here. He's given me 2 loads. He said it'll probably be about 10 loads. And I had one of the local guys drop off 3 bales, round bales of hay here. So I'll use the hay spear to move that around. And what I'm going to do, as well as you can see in the back, a bunch of bags of leaves. And there's 50 there. There's 50 up this way, and I have 50 on the trailer right now that I'm going to put it back behind the garage once I get done mowing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heavily mulch the food forest and also extend it out as far as the mulched area. So I'm hoping to go all the way up to from the back side of the garage all the way up to the side of the house here, so I have more planting area, because I have more plants than I have space to put them right now. I have 10 acres here, but I need to do some earthworks with swales and stuff like that, and I haven't had a chance to do the swales yet. So I'm trying to leave most of the ground totally virgin until I can get in and do the earthworks, and then at that point I will start doing planting. So that's it for now. I'll give you an update from here before I leave on what I actually got done this weekend. Okay, we're at the next morning and I'm getting ready to head out. So I dropped the leaves off right there that you can see. So that'll be for the back side of the food forest here to help mulch it. And also you'll see there's a pile of pallets here. So I brought those out. I'm going to be doing some mushroom farming starting next spring. So what I will do is cut down some trees, and I have quite a few back here. So I went out last night and marked which trees were oak, because I want to cut down a small oak tree, or actually a couple of them. Some of the very, very small pencil thin ones like that right there. Not pencil, but about as big around as my thigh. And I'll cut that up, cut it into pieces. It has to sit for 6 weeks, and then I'll inoculate it. And I would need to keep them off the ground while I'm trying to grow mushrooms, just so I'm not competing with other mycelium. So I will put them on pallets here. So that's what these are for. I also brought out 700 foot of fire hose. So I picked those up from Craigslist. Cost me less than $200 for 700 foot. It's all stuff that didn't pass their stress test, pinholes or whatever, but it should be enough to hold water. And what I'm going to do is buy a pump, and I have a stream. You can't see it from here, but back in the valley there, and I'm going to pump water up into my pond. So I have 2 on my property, and my father-in-law has 1, and we had such a bad drought this year. His almost completely dried out. One of mine almost completely dried out, and the one that has fish in it and is pretty beefy, 6 foot deep or 6 to 8 foot deep, that one actually went down to about half level. So pretty bad drought. So I'm going to try filling those up and see if I have leaks in the ones that went all the way down, or if it was just because of the drought. So I'll be able to do that with the fire hose and the pump, just pump up some water from the stream. So that's it from the West Virginia location. So as you can see from the picture here, I did finish mowing the field here. I still have off in this lower hand corner here, I need to have some finishing stuff I can't do with a big tractor. So I put the tractor away. I did leave the mower on because I did bend a blade again. So I need to get that off. So I need to have it raised up. So I will get the blade off, put a new blade on, and then I'll go ahead and take the finishing mower off and put the hay spear on so I can deal with the hay and move it around. Okay, I am back in the Pasadena homestead here, and revamping the garden area here, preparing the house to sell. So right now I have a huge garden space, and I'll show you that in a minute when I pan around. But one of the things I have is elderberries along the fence here. They're actually on the inside of the fence, but they're growing out with suckers and where fruit has dropped. So I will be digging all of these suckers out, and I'll actually pot them and take them out to West Virginia. As well as I have grapevines in the center here. I will be pulling all those grapevines up. There's only one, which is, let's see, it would be this one right here, which is a Concord grape. That's the only one that I know that's named. I have green seedless and red seedless, but I don't know the exact names of those, so those I'm just gonna have to yank out. These beds will come up. What I'm gonna end up with is on the back wall there, I have muscadine. I'm gonna leave the muscadine, and 2 foot on this side, maybe 3 foot, I'm gonna move these 2 beds right here and put them out this way, so they will come out 4 foot. So that'll be about a total of 8 foot. So 1 foot for the muscadines, 3 foot away, plus 4 foot for the bed. So they'll be out about 8 foot. And then everywhere else in here, I'm going to dig up, level out, and put grass down. So what else that's going to involve, and you can't see it a whole lot. Let me come in close here. These are all strawberry beds, or strawberry patches. So I have one here, one there, one there, one there, and in the back over there I have what do you call it, a herb garden. So I have oregano and stuff like that, perennial herbs. So I need to dig all that stuff up. I'll move it to West Virginia, and then all of this will become grass, just because it'll make it easier to sell next year. And back this way, this blob over here is, I have a bunch of large blueberry bushes. I have a bunch of large blackberry bushes behind them, but I had maypop come up and they kind of overtook everything this year. So I need to pull all the maypop vines up and just get them looking a little better. And let me see if I can zoom in here. You can see right there, right in the center, there's a maypop. And I still have a couple others. Actually, there's a couple over there too. So I have a couple of maypop in here that are, I don't know if they're gonna fully ripen. So I'll give them a try, see how they're doing. But this is my project for today before the rain comes. We've got about 2 hours or so before they're calling for us to have a bunch of rain. So let's see how far I get. Well, I didn't finish everything I wanted to here, but I did get a good bit done. So I cleaned out that bed right there in front of me. I cleaned out that bed, and I cleaned out this bed. I also pulled all of the maypop out. It was gonna die anyhow, it's in the fall. So I got that out, so the blackberries and blueberries are out in the open. Dog, chill. Sorry about the dog. He's got a lot to say about neighbor getting a new roof in next door. Okay, where was I? So I also trimmed out a number of the blackberries here, and I also trimmed out a number of the blackberries here, and I'm transplanting them. So they tip, if you will. So whenever a tip goes and touches the ground, and actually let me show you what I'm doing here. So if you see this one branch right here, actually I didn't even get this one up yet. So this one right here is, this is one branch. It's in the ground, and that one over there is in the ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'll trim it right about here. I'll pull it up, and I will end up potting it. And I don't know if you can see back there, but I have about 30 or 40, no, it's probably closer to 50 or 60 pots back there. Still a little bit more to go. And then I will string all the blackberries up. So I was hoping to get all that done this weekend. I did not. I didn't even finish pulling the tipped ends up, but I did get a good bit done in here. So I'm somewhat happy with what I got done this weekend, and I'll save the rest for Thanksgiving week. Hopefully I'll be able to get the blackberries and this whole garden area done. The ultimate plan, since we're moving next year, or we're likely going to be moving, is to clear, actually let me step back over here. I'll show you what I'm doing. so back behind me here, all of this area right here, I'm gonna pull all the garden beds up, I'm gonna pull the grapes up, and I'm gonna take the strawberries, and the strawberries all get transplanted out to my West Virginia farm. I'll keep a couple of them here in a small bed, and all of this is gonna be grass. And then I will take one bed and move some of the good dirt over into this area over here. Although it's shady right now in mid-afternoon, in the summer it gets full sun here, so that would be a good area for one single garden bed, and the rest will be a good lawn. And lawn is what I'm going to need to sell this place. So as much as I'd love to sell a permaculture urban permaculture property, that's really not marketable right now in this area, so I got to get it to as something that people would actually want. So that's what I'll be working on here for the next couple of months, getting this all set up and ready to plant grass. Hopefully in January or so I can throw a little bit of grass seed down, cover it with some straw, let it get its roots started on some of the warm days we have, and hopefully have a good strong grass growing by winter. So that's it for this weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and also check out our blog post on greatescapefarms.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.